Just another day in the Blonde, doing Sojiro's fucking job for him. Fantastic. News of our victory is spreading at least. Good.
Hey.
Yep. Congratulations, Sojiro. You've proven that you have fucking eyeballs. Golf claps for Sojiro, people. Yeah, never help anyone. I get it. This is like Cinderella with her ugly stepsisters. Except this time it's an ugly old man prone to tortilla headwear. Are you for real?
Make sure to do the dishes.
Alright, but I'm on my way to class now. Can I do them when I get back? No. You must sacrifice the quality of your education for my personal convenience. What? It's Sai! What? Red alert! All hands on deck! Well, this is interesting. Curtis, what can you tell us?
These beer readings, there's no mistaking it, sir. That's a Class 1 Sai Nijima.
But that's impossible. It's too early in the game for her to make contact like this. Nothing is impossible, whelp. Remember, Solomon, that was one enough.
Disaster blaster charging ignition.
Wait, we still don't know what she's after. Does she know we're here?
Him? Yes. The hero? I don't know. She's not giving a clear indication either way.
This is ridiculous. She just stopped in here to get coffee. We should take this as an opportunity to make an impression. Read her some of the chorus poetry. Open a hailing frequency, Mr. Borgnine.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, that is correct. Part-time coffee brewer, full-time member of the future generation. He flashes a warm smile.
Oh, someone I know goes there as well.
Oh? What's their name? I hope they're doing alright. She doesn't answer. She's ashamed of her sister. Who wouldn't be?
Like he was a completely different person, supposedly.
Yes.
And it happened all of a sudden one day.
I wish it had happened sooner. People were pretty scared of him.
Can a person's mental state change so easily?
Have you ever heard the story of Attila the Hun and the Pope? Stranger things have happened. The comfort of steel, cold as mist at dawn, pure burnished steel. That was a line from Steel by Kwame Dawes. You remind me of it, steady and strong in the morning. Fucking nailed it. No, you didn't. Maybe not, but one day I will. Lay in a course for the next sector, Curtis.
Yes, sir.
We're celebrating an overdue note of joy in this documentary video game. Aw yeah, while hobos die in the streets, we eat in the sheets. Ryuji, you can have this fugu. On, you can have the rest of the pie. Rando's good with his stew. Plenty of protein.
Oh yeah, I heard that the police are coming to interview some people at school.
Uh-oh, the police are coming. Shitty adults, ew! Alright, we've got to start thinking ahead. They have no direct evidence on account of being mundane peasants, but we probably shouldn't meet together as often, especially given how we were all connected to Camo shit-ass. Also, we should think about getting burner phones to transfer our navigator apps, and work out an alternative method of communicating. We'll iron out the details later on.
Well done, Phantom Thieves.
Well, at least people appreciate us online. Hopefully they've learned a thing or two from this little debacle. Regardless, you guys did good, relatively speaking. Now eat up.
Oh crap, you're totally right! We only got an hour to eat!
Well, it is an hour. How much time do you need?
I'm not gonna finish all the beef dishes at this pace!
I need to eat my way through the entire dessert menu!
I guess that's one goal to have these days.
It's like a meaty explosion in my mouth.
Okay, the pigs are satisfied. May as well get something ourselves. I would like some peanut butter dumplings, please. Through the front door, moron. How'd you get in? The window? God. Hooligan! Fucking society. Goodness gracious, seems like some people still need to be taught a lesson. taking journalistic integrity so lightly. Are you for real? A hedonistic nihilism has beset their hearts, given air by ignorance and ill-conceived faith. Why bother being responsible when you can get away with anything? The decadence has reached far, but unfortunately for those men, such an attitude is always a gamble. A gamble that you will not be punished for your corruption. Yet the dreadful black blade is raised clear overhead. Rando will prune them all after this meal. Alright, Ryuji successfully gave a toilet the entirety of his meal. The circle is complete. Let's just go home and forget that this ever happened. Hey! Is basic decency in such short supply too? Are you even human?
There's still no update on the case.
Is that all you've got to say for yourself? It's like watching a child pester Mike Tyson. Who do you think I am? Weenie Splits? We saw him in the beginning.
I don't care about your opinion, you incompetent buffoon. When I say pick up the pace, you...
Wait, this is the guy from the flashback. What is he doing this early in the game?
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare?
I'm sorry. We didn't mean to cut in on the assisted living facility, Cue-ball. What, you need these guys to chew your food for you? I didn't want to say anything until I was sure, but yeah, that's the guy. That's an enemy. What? You don't... Oh, don't worry, kids. Rando's just pretending to not know who this person is. He knows. He knows.
What took you so long?
My, they are really laying it on thick that this world is shit. Even On is feeling the heat. What a disaster.
She bumped into me, but then said it was all my fault when she dropped her plate.
That is the worst thing I ever heard in my life. It always feels like this. School, home, and now the restaurant establishments. At the moment, all we have is each other, and our power.
What is it?
Anyone could have a palace, yeah?
Ah, there we go. Now you're getting it. Were these people seriously going to stop once they fixed Kamoshida, with creatures like the ones we've encountered flying around? Ah, the selfishness of innocence. But innocence always ends, one way or another. Let us punish the world for interrupting our reverie.
We're gonna catch all these shitty adults by surprise and make ourselves known to the world!
Yeah, and Rando will be the leader, of course. He is the king. Not like Kamoshida, though.
No objections here? I can't handle
We are on the same page. Phantom Thieves of Hearts? Feh. That feels a bit blasé, wouldn't you say? Ah, now there's a name befitting this unstoppable wave of change. Let us subjugate the evildoers and fight for justice.
Another world in which people's distorted cognitions take shape? Stealing treasure to change hearts?
Don't forget about trying to persuade the talking horses. It's very important.
Honestly speaking, that all sounds absurd. It's hard to believe that this is even worth listening to.
Oh, come on. We've already been through this song and dance. I'm telling you the truth.
Very well, I'll leave it at that. Let's continue on.
That's right. Your beauty is like fentanyl, alluring but treacherous. Perhaps we could come up with a healthier variant? Yes, I am special. Not like the others. Bond level up. 2 more before he takes his shirt off and I have to politely decline. Who knows what'll happen at 10. He'll probably tear off his nose and offer it to me like a carrot in the style of Vincent van Gogh. Dark times indeed. And then, when we say no, he'll betray us. Principal No Neck, what the fuck are you doing? Coercing an innocent student to walk around school for you while you wait for the donut truck. How heinous. So many targets, so many human-shaped piles of trash. Rando faces his first real challenge of the game: who to act against first. This is the burden of an individual approach, of course. An industrial operation may be able to handle jobs in bulk, but one can only target one. Yet it is a burden he gladly takes, for after all, there is a craft in the journey itself. Rando the wise. Rando the cruel.
Hey, have you seen that Phantom Aficionado website?
The title could use some work. They're not a brand of chocolate peasant.
I'm the one who started it.
Good for you. What is it?
You guys are the Phantom Thieves, aren't you?
Don't believe everything you read, kid.
Sorry. Although, if things really are as I think, I should keep it a secret.
Yes, that's true.
Kamoshida used me, and I did some horrible things to you guys.
I see.
This isn't much of a way for me to apologize for it. But if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
At least he's meaningfully owning up to his shit, and not stopping after one line of dialogue. For an abject failure, that's definite improvement.
There are many more evil adults outside of Kamoshida.
Yeah, no kidding. Everywhere you look, it's like, hey, I'm an evil adult. It's in fucking vogue these days. This guy gets it. Quicker than Ryuji, too. Maybe he should be the next member of our little troupe. But then, I suppose he's dealing with his own duties. Still, we'll keep an eye on him. Mishima. The Moon, featuring Rock Lobster. Hey guys. So let's take this as a very important lesson about how easily someone could suss out our identities. We need to stop and think about how we're going to protect ourselves going forward. We need to... Ryuji, goddammit! Oh, well. Let's hope we don't have to reload the game later.
Hey,
Whoa, item get. We must have intimidated him into showing a trace of humanity. Nice. Picking a target. I vote that we start with the principal. Since we started at the school, we should probably clear it out before someone puts two and two together. What happened? Did Ryuji fart or something? Silent and deadly. Oh, it's you.
This place is off limits, you know.
Sorry, we didn't know. We'll leave in a second.
The troublemaker, the girl of rumor, and the infamous transfer student. Interesting combination.
You know, that's very condescending. Who are you to say who we can and can't hang out with?
By the way, it seems as though you got to know Mr. Kamoshida pretty well.
Not as well as his victims. Shouldn't you ask them, instead of running around with the principal's balls in your mouth? I don't like this person very much. She seems obnoxious, and in a charmless way to boot. Smarter than the average bear, but twice as annoying. A real shit for the rules, one of the worst kinds of people when evil is dominant. Perched on a tower of disingenuous civility. Perhaps we should change her heart first, and roast her on an open fire.
What was that about?
I have to say, Ryuji might be a moron, but at least he does tend to come around after a while, which is more than I could say for On. Pick it up, pigtails. You don't want to fall behind this guy, do you? Do you? And, you know, we could talk about how people are starting to suspect us. But we have to abide by the rules of the documentary video game, which are, ignore the problem until it blows up in your face, and then try to pick up the pieces after the fact. Preferably after whining about how no one could have seen it coming, and then blaming someone else. The way of humanity. We're using Mishima's service to track down evildoers, like ordering Chinese food. I think we should go after that condescending sack of shit from the rooftop. She thinks she's Sai's sister, but, you know, you can't fool me. That's bullshit. Sai would never be so obvious with a preliminary investigation. She'd note how people were responding and pretends to be another victim, luring the thieves in with claims of another evil adult that needed changing, which will be false, and only done to lure them into an incriminating position. No, that ass may as well have been waving around a neon sign that said, "I suspect you." And even these guys should be able to work around that. Could Mishima be tricking us in the same manner? No, I don't think so. Because he wasn't benefiting from what came before. Another palace, huh?
This is a type of palace, but it's different from the normal ones.
I liked the last one better. Minus the purple, mind you. That was kind of a sign of bad things to come. Everyone's palace, huh? No wonder it's so dull and sucky. Mementos. What the hell? This is not how I imagined spending my day. With Rando and the others inside of Morgana. It's like something out of a bad fanfiction, but it's real. I'm jazzed up and ready for slaughter. Let's see what they're weak against. Nice. Beautiful. I guess we'll start with our gunsling shot. Alright, that didn't do it. Self-destruct. What the hell? 50 damage! They're adopting a new tactic then. A series of suicide bombings to weaken us before their peers. They know that they suck, and are thus taking their demise into their own hands. We'd best be careful, and hope that's not too common. Or that we can just neutralize them instantly with a Pokemon weakness. That'll work too. Their insidious tactic thwarted. Alright, you green fuck. We can do this the Rando way, or the Rando way. What horrible grammar. Yeah, trigonometry's a bitch. You'd know a thing or two about that. See, he does know. The hideous abomination knows what it's like to be a student in high school. Of course. I don't want kids. But no, I have to pick the top answer. See, the yellow notes say it all. Slime. What an incredibly creative name. Well, at least we got a new brick to add to our castle. Break the wall down. That's right. Society's not going to hold us back. That's right, Ryuji. Wavy and shit. That's a sign of things being distorted, and we have the power to stop it. Let's intervene. Everyone is shaking their butts at the camera. It's an intimidation tactic, you see. Yes. What you're doing is wrong. I know it might hurt, but she decided she wasn't interested in you, and you have to respect that.
She's my property.
Oh goodness, negotiations are failing.
It's not like she didn't treat me like a plaything.
Bullshit. She took one look at you and her lady bits dried up like the Sahara Desert. I don't know if I entirely agree with Ryuji's sentiment, but for now, that's irrelevant. Go back to the internet forums, you enemy of the people. Madarame. Oh god, don't tell me that's the next target. That's how we're deciding? A random line from some misogynist peasant? He turned into shit, as befits his ilk. Now let's set his skin ablaze. The irony of that statement, coming from someone like this, getting ready to fight against 4 people at once, is just hilarious. It's like these people want to die. Empowerment achieved. Say goodnight, you troglodyte. No, wait. I'll let the cat do this. Teach him the meaning of pain, you similarly proportioned mascot man. Yeah, that's the way. Oh, wonderful. The boss is weak to a common attack. Let's paint the town red. The phantoms strike back. To above average damage. Perfect. Perfect. I think I figured out my pattern here. Wow. What was it you said? This is a winner-take-all world? Well, you haven't landed a single hit on us, and we're about to beat you. So, yeah. This is a total farce. That's about $50. $50 for kicking the tar out of a children's show antagonist. Ah, this is the life. And guess what? Level 12. Yep, the champion is here. Restrain yourselves, ladies and gentlemen in the audience. Oh, now you change your tune? I guess this is going to be a common theme with the shadows. The second they realize they're beaten, they'll immediately break down and worm their way beneath your heels, saying whatever you want just to make it stop. Ha. A salient detail to include. After all, it is a documentary video game. So we genuinely are deciding our next target based on the rambling of an evil spirit we just happened to come across. Woo! Let's fucking go! We changed his heart, and the treasure is mine. God is in his heaven.
This is the public's palace, though.
Ah, the public. Fickle and awful in equal measures. Rando knows all about it. At one point, when he was young, he was waiting in line for a pretzel, and these two thugs cut in front of him. He confronted them about it. Hey, you just cut in line! And they ignored him. Everyone else looked uncomfortable and did nothing. And when Rando finally reached the front of the line, they were fucking out of pretzels. The two assholes had gotten the last one, and the stand was out of dough. Rando just stood there, thinking evil prevailed. It was the first time he learned that the forces of good could fail. Hey, I don't mind if we get famous. Then maybe the evildoers will think twice before doing evil. Like, oh shit, there actually is a shred of justice in the world. Maybe I shouldn't be a complete cockmeister. Yeah, he's right. And he's right on that front, too. Ryuji's having a good day today. Must have eaten his Wheaties. Fair enough. Oh, of course, how could I forget? Most important thing of all, written exams.